and thank you for In Defense of Christians for this panel about the situation of Christians in Turkey. Very important and often under discussed and underrepresented issue in international media and organizations. It's as you say today, it's safe for genocide. Remember, there is since 2015 within the decision of Syriac Church and some organizations. There is a decision to remember safer genocide of 1915 of Ottoman Empire on this day, 15 June. And today, almost everywhere in the world within the Syriac Church and organizations, even in homeland, in Turkey, in Iraq, in Syria, and in Lebanon, and also in diaspora countries, Syriac people commemorate this genocide and holding some various activities and commemorative events. As you have mentioned in 19 genocide with the similar genocide of Armenian and Greek Pontic people, the genocide of 1915 in the Ottoman borders with different locations. I mean, Syriac, Assyrian, Chaldean people were present in a large geography with distinct and authentic religious and cultural and linguistic backgrounds. Starting the of Syriac Christianity to Abdin in Mardin region, in Diyarbakir and Urfa and ancient Edessa, and on the other side of with the important Chaldean presence in the region of Syria, and also in the Iraqi Turkish border in the Hakkari mountainous area, and also stretching out also to the Urmia of Iran. There was less than 1 million of Chaldean Syriac Assyrian people living in the Ottoman borders of the time. With the genocide of 1915, according to the church documents and officials, around 500,000 people have been killed, and also important and hundreds of women and children have been forced to slavery and forced Islamization. The genocide, it's not only in terms of populations, it doesn't bring destruction only to the populations of Syriac Christians. It also at the same time brought cultural, linguistic, and monumental destruction to our people in these all mentioned lands. Today, in the region of Trabdin, before the genocide of 1915, with the presence of 2,000 Syriac Christians, there are left only 5,000 Syriac Christians in this region with distinct, places of worship and also first monasteries in the Syriac tradition and the Christianity. On that, there is also on general, there are around 25,000 Syriacs in Turkey. Majority of them living in Istanbul and in some different locations as well. We see with the following the genocide of 1915, with the foundation of a republic in Turkey, there is a continuation of policies targeting minorities and especially Christians of the country, with policies on place in terms of linguistic, economic, and political decisions. Syriac people have been again target of the denial of their rights and extermination policies, which brought them to the almost extinction. Contrary to the other minority groups like Greek and Jewish communities, Syriac people didn't have the rights according to the laws and treaty. So this brings them with another important question and dilemma in terms of constitutional guarantees and status. Nowadays, it's really a duty in Turkey to deal with these constitutional issues in terms of liberties and foundational property issues, because there is a lack of constitution regarding the situation, the status quo of Syriac Christians in the country, which bring them usually, as Dr. Aykan often mentioned in his article, which bring them and open them to the danger and put them in a situation of hostage in Turkey. This is very important issue regarding Syriac Christians in Turkey, to change this status quo for Syriac community and to grant them constitutional guarantees. On the other side, as Dr. Johannes also mentioned, there is also another issue with regard to in Turkey. They are often invisible and underrepresented and usually labeled as foreigners in their country, which they had millennial presence with their rich cultural and social heritage. This opened them to the dangers of hate speech, discrimination, and also crimes against community leaders with different times. Before, since 3 decades, with the security issues in the because Syriac people have been targeted within this conflict, and around 60 people have been murdered in this conflict, and this leads to the exodus of Syriac Christians from the country. With the last, as Dr. Johannes also mentioned, with the democratization process of the country, there was a will from Syriac people